Hey, basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about the fast break, on how you can run the fast break like the NBA teams, and also, if you're a coach, make sure to share this with your players, because believe me, this is some of the best basic information that they're going to have, as well as some advanced information on the fast break. Let's get down to the clipboard. Let's check this out. Okay, so here we see a 3-on-1 fast break. Now, this could be a 3-on-1 where we have 3 players on 1 player, or we could have another player and be a 3-on-2, one or the other, it doesn't really matter. This is a fast break. Now, in a fast break, there's 3 lanes. As we can see here, we have the far sideline as a lane, we have this lane, then we have the lane down the middle. Now, the reason why we have 3 lanes is because, obviously, you want to spread the floor. And once you get to that free throw line extended, you want these wing players to cut in, and then you want this middle player to go down the middle, generally stopping at the free throw line if he's dribbling to pass it off to one of the 2 wing players. But sometimes you can also pass earlier, which is what we see here. So Kawhi Leonard, back when he was on the Spurs, passed over to Danny Green. Obviously, this is a few years old. However, he passed early. Now, what this is going to do for your offense is now you've got a 3-on-1 situation. Danny Green is smart. He's able to drive towards the rim, which draws this defender to go and defend him. Meanwhile, Danny Green's going to have 2 options to pass to once this defensive player has committed to play defense. So we're going to fast forward just a bit, how now Danny Green got the defender to commit to him. Now, Danny Green could have easily just went in for that layup. He could have used his body and went in for that shot, but he sees Kawhi Leonard coming down, and Kawhi Leonard is a fantastic finisher. And what's better than a layup? A dunk. And Kawhi Leonard can do that. So what we're going to see here is Kawhi Leonard coming down with a nice, massive slam and posterization of Plumlee. Now that makes me happy because I'm not a huge fan of Plumlee, but yeah, this is a fantastic fast break here. We can see it again from a different angle. He passes to Danny Green and slams down that dunk. Now, again, this all started from that early pass to Danny Green, and then once Danny Green got that defender to commit, look at how that defender is facing him. Totally facing away from Kawhi Leonard. Now, if he was to turn around and be able to defend and have eyesight on both of these players, he would not have come down into this situation, but he made a mistake. He did not turn around fast enough to be able to cut off this lane and have the ability to take one more step and cut off Kawhi Leonard once the pass was made. So because he made that mistake, Kawhi Leonard is able to capitalize on a massive dunk, which makes this fan super happy. So here's another fast break for you. Now this is going to be a 3-on-2 fast break. Now we have an outlet pass to this player here. That's what starts this fast break. Now, as soon as that player gets that ball, what's he do? He gets that outlet pass and he passes to the middle. The reason why you want to pass to the middle as early as possible is because from one side, you're only going to have one option. Now, if you pass to the middle, he now has 2 options. He has the far side wing who can cut in, or he's got this close side who can cut in as well. So he has multiple different options, so that's why you want to pass to the middle as early as possible, which is what we see here. Now, it's actually a 4-on-3 situation that we're getting into now, because we've got 3 defenders and 4 offensive players. Now, there's quite a few different options. We could have this player at the free throw line extended, cut in, same as this player, he can cut in as well. However, there's another option as well, and this is a more advanced option. What we're going to have here is, well, this wing player is taking up a defender, this wing player is taking up this defender, we have 2 players going down the middle against 1 player. So how we can do this is by having this player take this defensive player away from the situation by dribbling towards him and passing it off to this guy. So this is what it's going to look like. He's going to go. He's now made this defender commit to him. He's actually got him getting off the ground as well. Just a bit. He got him standing straight up, and that's what you want. Now this player, he passes over to that cutting player who was behind him. Nobody's defending him right now. He gets to that player, and now that player is able to finish. This all started way back here by getting that ball to the middle. As soon as that pass got to the middle, you now have two options. But if you're going 4-on-3 and you've got a trailer behind you, this now gives you a third option, which is passing back once you make your one defender commit to you, which is what we see here. Again, made Dirk Nowitzki commit, and which then leads to a dunk. Okay, so in this next fast break, it's a one-on-one fast break. Now, what we're going to see here is there's no outlet players, so we do have a player already streaking up the middle, which is what happens. We pass over to Dwayne Wade, back when Dwayne Wade played in the NBA. Now, he gets that ball. Now, the thing with what Flash does, Flash is Dwayne Wade, is he notices that, okay, I've got one defender, I've got another guy coming down, but I'm not really all that worried about him. I'm faster than this guy anyways. So what am I going to do? Now, if he went straight towards that defender, an easy defensive play is that player just needs to stand up straight, take a charge, and the play's over. Now, if you're a quick player, you could really watch to see if a player is about to do that. A defensive player is about to stand straight up and take a charge, and you can Euro step around him. That's one option. However, what Dwayne Wade does here is he starts early. That's his gather step. Now, he is just about to take that charge. He could. But because Dwayne Wade picked up that ball just beforehand, he is able to go towards his left, and then he goes towards his right, which now makes the defender unable to take a charge, and he's able to go up for that dunk. And he was able to do that by not Euro stepping around that defender, but by going in a different direction, not going totally straight, so that that defender was unable to take that charge. So this is now going into a technically a 3-on-1 situation, but it ends up being 2-on-1. Now this is still a great strategy for any guard or anyone who is taking the ball or dribbling the ball up the court in a fast break. And that is, we have DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, one of the best duos the Raptors have ever had and the NBA's probably ever seen, easily one of the top 50 duos. And what we're going to see here is Kyle Lowry is a really good passer, but he's also a really good attacker. And if you have in the opponent's mind that you're a really good attacker, they will commit to you. And this is what we see here. This defensive player does not want to give any easy baskets to Kyle Lowry, and he overcommits to Kyle Lowry. This is a mistake that we always see on the defensive end. Now, perfect defense would have this guy not facing this way. He would be facing actually that way. Now, if he was able to turn around quick enough and not be facing in that direction there, like if he was going to go in that direction, but he shouldn't, he could easily turn around. He could have turned around as soon as this happened. If he was facing this direction, if he was able to turn around, he could have taken a charge on DeMar DeRozan, but he didn't. And this is what happens. DeMar DeRozan slams it down. This is all created by making this player right here commit to Kyle Lowry. He is committed. His eyes are totally right on Kyle. He is not caring about DeMar DeRozan over here. His body is also facing the wrong direction. Kyle Lowry notices that and then allows DeMar DeRozan to slam the ball in the guy's face. And you do not want that as a defender. So as the offensive player, you want to make the defense commit to you. But as the defensive player, you really don't want to be facing your net when you're trying to defend two players. Now, really quickly, this has nothing to do with a fast break, technically speaking. This just leads to a fast break. But as an offensive player, if you've got your back to the other defensive players, you should probably not have the ball to the side of your body. Now, if he was to bring this ball over here, Russell Westbrook would not be able to steal it, which would then lead to this. A 1-on-0 fast break. Thought I would give you some information like that because that dunk is, that's powerful. So we've all probably ran in a drill as a player where we have two lines on the sideline. We have that player who just passes, player over here passes to this line, that line passes to this line, this player goes running down the court, and this guy over here passes to the guy running down the court. Well, that drill actually imitates what we see here. So we got an outlet pass over here. The outlet pass player is passing down court to this guy. And then once that guy gets it, remember that guy, even though this is not the original rebounder or an outlet player, it still imitates that drill. Because in that drill, we have a guy who's cutting down court. And this is just picture perfect, just like the drill. Let's rewind just a bit. We have an outlet, pass down court, and then alley-oop to Jordan. That's a nice play. Okay, so there's some tips on how you can run the fast break, but also how you can defend the fast break as well. Defense is just as important. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player and basketball coach.